there, welcome to this channel. Today I'm going to be taking down my braids with you guys, and I'm also going to be sharing with you things you need to know about protective styling, how to retain length when you have a protective style on, and how to maintain your protective style properly. Also, how to properly take down your protective style. So if this sounds like something you are interested in, then you need to keep watching this video. If you are new here, get subscribed please and turn on the notification bell, and let's get into the video for today. We are learning as well as taking down my protective style. Okay, so I've had this braid for about 4 weeks now, and it's time I let them go because they have overstayed. So let's take down my braids as we learn in this video.
Here's what the hair looks like up close. A lot of undergrowth and all of that stuff. I would have worn it for a longer period of time, but I just wanted it to go at this point in time. Fast forward to taking it down. I love to use water first to take down my braids. I spray water on my scalp and on the hair length. This makes the hair manageable and not dry, because dry hair equals breakage, and I do not want to do that. This helps to minimize the amount of hair that would be lost in the take down process. So let's talk about the importance of protective style. It helps with length retention. That is, if you wear it for a longer period of time. If you wear your protective style for say 3 days, 4 days, you're not going to really retain length, because protective style helps retain length when you wear it for a longer period of time. The longer the better, but still the longer the not better, because when your hair is so matted, you're going to lose a lot of hair. So yeah, so here I'm just trying to cut out the excess parts, because nobody wants to start loosening braids right from the end. So you just cut out the excess parts so your loosening can be faster, and you want to be careful not to cut your hair. So that's why you have to make sure that you are cutting it a little below where your actual hair stops, because your hair can hide in the extension sometimes, and you want to avoid story that touches that. So let it be a little below where your hair stops actually. So, and that way your loosening would be faster and faster and faster. So also, protective style helps keep the hair moisturized. Now when you make your protective style, your hair is locked in somewhere, so that way you are able to retain that moisture the more, so your hair stays moisturized for a longer period of time, rather than when your hair is just exposed to the hair, it gets drier quickly. Also, protective styles help you grow thicker and fuller hair. After all the stuff you apply to your hair to make it thick and fuller, if you are not making protective styles, believe me, your hair is just going to be there. It's not going to grow thicker, it's not going to grow fuller. You're not going to see the results of those things you are using on your hair. So at the end here, I'm trying to be so careful so I do not lose a lot of hair. I'm just trying to detangle it properly, and when I take down a section, I make sure to detangle it properly with my fingers and not a comb, because I don't want to use a comb at this time so it doesn't break off my hair, because at this point my hair is so delicate. So when I'm done with a section, after the whole detangling thing, I leave that out, and I'm just admiring my length here. Like, see that inches? My hair has really grown, honestly. So after that, I leave out a section first, losing another section. So when the hair is like a lot more, I then twist it up together as I will do here. So finger detangle, lose down the hair, take it down gently, because you don't want to have a lot of breakage. So when I loosen about 2 sections, I then twist them up together so they do not become a very tiny twist, because I'm not making my hair again, I'm actually loosening it. So 2 sections to 1 or 3 sections to 1 section, and I'm just there admiring my length and all of that. So that is basically how I take down my protective style. When you are getting to the end, that is your roots, make sure you become gentle at that point in time. So let's jump to things to note before installing a protective style. So these are things you should do, and these are things you shouldn't do when you want to install a new protective style. So this was all I lost at that section, and let's go to things you should know before a protective style. One would be give your hair a good treat, because you do not want to just make your hair when it's dirty, when it's not moisturized, when you have not deep condition in months. Yeah, so make sure to give your hair a good treat. If it's going to be a long-term protective style, make sure to deep condition it properly, have a protein treatment and a moisture treatment as well. This way your hair wouldn't break a lot when you take it down, like after your long-term protective style, because nobody wants hair that breaks, nobody wants hair that sheds a lot. So this would help tame the breakage and all of that stuff when you are taking down your long-term protective style. Also, if you need to trim your hair, make sure to trim it. You might think, oh, I need a trim, but since I'm going to hide it in this protective style, it would be safe. No, it would not be safe. It would cause more harm than good to your hair when you are taking down the protective style. So if you need to trim it, please trim it. If you need a protein treatment, please do it. A moisture treatment, please do it. And make sure your scalp is clean. Wash your scalp properly. Wash it properly. Also, make sure to moisturize your hair. Your leave-in conditioner, your hair butter, your oil, make sure to moisturize your hair, because it would be so hard to moisturize your hair when it's in a protective style. There is no way you want to do it. Your product will not get to each strand of your hair when you have a protective style on. So make sure you do all of that before installing your protective style. So those are the few tips I have to share with you about things to note before installing a protective style. So let's go straight to protective style care. How to make your hair moisturized in your protective style, how to make your hair last longer, and all of that good stuff. I'm going to be sharing with you what I use as well. Having done with taking down the braids at the back, now it's time to take down these weaves in front, and this is what I use for my protective style. This anti-itch scalp spray, it does a lot of magic. It works wonders. It's from Bellstar. You can check them on Instagram. So this helps with itchy scalp, dandruff, and all of that, and it aids hair growth. I'm almost done with it. As you can see, like I already have another jar that I'm just going to open when this is over. So this one, I just spray it directly on my scalp, not hair. I spray it directly on every scalp that I can see, the scalp that is visible, depending on the kind of protective style I have. It is for the scalp, and after that I go over to apply my oil directly on my scalp. This is basically how I maintain my protective style with extensions. Actually, I spray water on it, then the anti-itch scalp spray and oil, then I go over to massage in properly. This helps keeps my hair good, like we're all good. So there are other ways to maintain your protective style, but this is basically what I do to my hair when I have a protective style with extensions and sometimes without extensions. So when you do not have extensions in your protective styles, that way your hands are still kind of exposed, your hair shaft is still exposed. So what do you do? What I do is spray water on my hair length and everything that is exposed. I spray water on it and I apply leave-in conditioner. When I apply that, I go over to apply hair butter and I am done moisturizing my hair. I do this about just once in a week, and other days in the week I just go over to use the anti-itch scalp spray and oil on my scalp only. So that's basically how I moisturize my scalp. I do not use oil on my hair. I apply oils on my scalp only because my butter contains oil already. So when taking down this part, the lady made some kind of small weaves in front, which was like the work at this point. I don't know, it was just work. Like, see the weaves. I asked for stitch braids and she did this, but I liked the result actually when it was made. I wouldn't dispute that fact. So if you've not watched the video, I'll link it up here so you can watch that video and see the making process and all of that. So this was like the work when taking down the hair, because I had to be gentle. I had to take down those tiny weaves and it was a lot of work. So the takedown process was really smooth, not so tedious as I thought it would be, but it would have been more smoother if or it would have been smoother if these tiny weaves weren't there. Oh my god, they took a lot of time, and this I didn't shed a lot. The breakage was just normal. It wasn't even much at all, because I made sure to always moisturize my hair when I had the hair on with the anti-itch spray and the oil. I didn't slack on that. Like, see the tiny weaves, god. It was already so tiring at this point, but I was almost done. I was like, okay, we're almost done, baby girl, we're almost done, you know what, you got this. And yeah, so I was just giving myself all that energy and all that vibe that I needed at this point in time, because it was really tiring. So that's it about the loosening. So the braids, I had it for about 4 weeks. The importance of protective style: if you want to retain length, do not slack on protective style making. It has really helped me, and I'm so surprised at the amount of length that I retained in the period of me being serious with my protective style. So at this point, I'm just trying to be so gentle. You can see that it's so tiny. So also make sure to wash and deep condition your hair, trim when necessary, moisturize your hair before installing your protective style. And for your protective style care, just moisturize it, scalp massages, and oil your scalp, and that's it, and you would have a lovely hair even after your protective style. Yeah.
Hi guys, so we are done taking down my braids, and oh my god, I feel so tired. I feel so good as well, because the braids are finally gone. And yeah, so after this I'm going to wash my hair. I'm going to have like a full wash day. That tender loving care that my hair needs, I'm going to give it to the hair. And yeah, so this is just everything. So I want to band my hair like this because I want to take like a stretched afro picture for the ground, you know. Like I didn't know my hair is this long already. Like I didn't know. So when I packed this hair and I'm like, what? So my hair is this long, right? You guys are not ready. I'm gonna prepare you with it. Okay, that's just by the way. But done with the taking down of these braids and I'm so happy. So I hope you picked 1 or 2 things from this video. I am not imposing any of these practices on you. This is basically how I take down my protective styles. I'm not of the school of thought of using a leave-in conditioner and all of that stuff on your hair when taking it down. Water is enough for me, except when the hair is so matted, and I do not keep in my protective style for that long, to the extent that it gets so matted. So maybe I'll try it one day, but I don't think I want to try it like very soon. So this is basically how I take down my protective style, and I hope you're gonna try it out and give me a feedback. You know how I do it. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you up in my next video. Bye.